Welcome to another episode of Conversations with Mo. All right, listen, this has been like the most exciting Saturday for me. Welcome to another episode of Conversations with Mo. I have more people in the building. Even though COVID is real, we are not stopping COVID. We're not letting COVID stop the fucking interviews right now. We are highlighting Black businesses this month, and we just want to thank you guys so much for tuning in each and every week. But this week and the next week is going to be real special for us because we are going to be highlighting local Black businesses. And I know we always retweet, repost, and share all of these Black businesses that are local to the CSRA. But sometimes we really want to just take the opportunity to sit down and talk to these people, see where they came from, see what their goals are, what legacies they're trying to leave for their families, and just kind of get some insight on how they got started. So I have two exciting people with me. They don't really seem exciting, but let me tell you, they came, I thought they was ballers or like rappers or something. They are super fly today, and I'm just blessed to be able to have them in the building. Hi, Blair Brothers. How y'all doing?
How you doing?
Good. Fahim, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. How you doing?
Good. Neil?
I'm doing okay. You doing all right?
I'm good. Now, if you guys don't know, I've interviewed them before on 520 Radio, and that was my first time ever meeting them, and I was so thrilled because their story is amazing. Not only did they go to the most fantastic school in the whole goddamn city, T-Dub, but they started from the bottom and literally started from the bottom. But they have a story that is definitely worth sharing. Like my grandma say, it is their testimony, and we're just gonna talk about that today and kind of just tip on a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Y'all know how I do. We're gonna talk personal. Even though we talk a little bit of business, we're gonna definitely talk about personal life and personal relationships, and just kind of see where they are, where they're going, and what's to come. So let's talk about business. So you guys went to Josie.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Yep.
All right.
Graduated 2010.
Both of you? Are y'all
2009?
twins?
No, I graduated 2009. I'm a year older than him. Yeah. Like 9 months.
Really?
10, maybe like 10 months.
Nice. Listen, at first, I think that was the first question I asked before I met you. I was like, well, are they twins? Because I kind of felt like y'all might have been twins, but I wasn't sure. Okay, so you're not twins, you're about 10 months apart. Mm-hmm. Okay, all right, cool.
Yeah, we get that a lot, though.
Really?
Yeah, we do.
Okay. Where y'all from? What part of the city?
Oh, we from South Augusta, South Side.
Okay.
Grew up in Jennings Homes, Olive Road area. Okay. Yeah, right there in it.
Listen, everybody that's a few somebodies grew up in them areas. My dad is from Southside, so First Avenue, my grandma stayed on First Avenue for a long time. Then when they revitalized it and kind of upgraded a little bit, then she moved over to Second Avenue. So yeah, I know them parts down there.
Yeah, you from First Avenue too? That's crazy.
Yeah, okay.
You still remember the address? Yeah, 2023 First Avenue.
Come on, listen,
2023 First
play
Avenue.
that today. Get your cash flow and play 2023 because that's where you started now. Really? You got to put some money on it. You might have to play, I don't know how you play them games, whatever. I play scratch-offs.
Yeah, I do scratch-offs, and I just started doing that.
You play it on your phone?
Nah. I go and still buy the ticket.
No,
I'm
listen.
Still old.
No, listen. You gotta play it on your phone. I played my homegirl introduced it to me on my phone. I hit $500 at 3:00 in the morning one night. So I ain't saying this a better way, but I'm just saying you can upload it you could put money on your account from your debit card, all of that. We talking about wrong stuff. Anyway, we'll talk about that.
I'm about getting some money.
Most definitely. So so the name of your business is?
George's Green Lawn Care.
Okay. And how long have y'all been in business?
6 years.
6 years. That's a long time. A lot of people don't make it through the first 5 years. Oh, yeah. How challenging has that been for you guys?
Very challenging.
So before we get to the challenges, let's talk about how you started. Because everybody always says, oh, I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to start my own business. And it's a lot. You know, I don't have my own business, but starting my own podcast was a lot. Mm-hmm. You know, I remember when I had one mic and not even the best computer and a half of a mixer. And so I remember I recorded one interview from my phone. Humble beginnings, trust me. But so how did you guys just decide, hey, I just want to do something different, or I want to start my own business?
Well, we started cutting grass. We was probably about 12, 13 maybe. Want to make some money in the neighborhood. We didn't want to really want to sell drugs or anything like that. So,
cause fast money, easy money.
Oh, it's great money because I tried it one time.
Okay, Fahim, I'm learning.
Keep it real. Like.
Listen, I'm learning a lot about you now. Okay,
Yeah. But thank God for my brother. He kept me out of it.
Okay,
Getting too deep into it. But so we used to rake leaves, go out and knock on doors, cutting grass and stuff like that. Then pretty much fast forward, I was doing plumbing. Neil was doing what you was working at? Teleperformance. But we still started cutting grass on the side just to make some extra money.
Okay.
And we got into it with I ain't gonna say got into it, but we pretty much reached the levels at our jobs and didn't really like how things was working out for us.
Yeah.
So I told Neil, let's just go out on our own and just try it.
Went out on a limb. Stepped out on faith.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you something. Faith of a mustard seed is real. Neil, so I remember when we were on 520 Radio, you talked about how you quit your job. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, we can. I do want to thank you for allowing us this opportunity too, man. We really
Absolutely.
appreciate it. My brother and I, we kind of vet people that try to interview us.
What?
We was like, you remember? You was like, you remember who that is? What? He was like, yeah, we remember Mo. She reached out to us. What? He was like, no, she had a good spirit.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So, thank you.
And that's why we decided to even, give you the opportunity. It's a lot of people ask us to interview them, but
yeah.
I just want to throw that out there. We appreciate you
I appreciate
so much,
that.
Bro. This is a big deal.
Listen, I appreciate that because we have a good time. We have a good time. We talk a lot of shit, but it's all in good fun. And I always want to make sure that I'm giving back my little piece to the community. I'm not, rah-rah doing a whole lot of extra stuff, but, I always want to highlight those who are doing their fucking thing. And you guys remind me so much of my dad. So I was like, I gotta get them on. I've interviewed them before, but not in my own setting. Absolutely. So I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, the way I quit my job, I'm not even gonna lie to you. We're great followers, and I think in order to be a great leader, you have to be a great follower. We love working for somebody. You know what I'm saying? We're very loyal when it comes to that. So we never jumped out on our own because we just wanted to be entrepreneurs. That wasn't the case. Just like my brother said, it didn't feel good. Mm-hmm. Once we reached a certain level, it started to just dismantle. You know what I'm saying? We were very loyal to our employer.
Yeah, like I tell my people, I'm loyal by default. Mm-hmm. You get the best of me. Mm-hmm. I come to work every day. Mm-hmm. I do what the hell I need to do. Mm-hmm. I'm very loyal until I feel like I done capped out.
There you go.
Or I've reached, I can no longer reach the next level in this particular position. So I feel you on that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep. So once we reached a certain level, and it was just stagnant. We hate being stagnant.
Yeah.
Because we've been stagnated our whole life. We come from the hood, so. No, we want more.
You already had this label. You already had 2 strikes. Yeah. You black. Mm-hmm. You a man, mm-hmm. and 3 strikes. You from the projects. You from inner city. You know what I'm saying? So it's time that at that point you realize, it might be time to do something different.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I'm the type of person, I don't like how people when they become higher ups. I don't like how they treat people that's beneath them because you gotta understand I was just there, so I can't go for somebody treating somebody worse. Because they've reached a certain level. And once I reached that level, I got around a lot of people that just ished on people that's below them. I'm like, no, I just came from that level. I can't turn around and do that. Well, that was one thing I didn't like about it either. And I talked to my brother, and just like he said, he came to me and was like, let's dip. And we started reading books real heavy. Mm-hmm. So we started reading books. We started watching interviews and things like that. And it was just like, it was so many signs like to kind of push us out from our 9 to 5s. Like, Jay-Z album, I don't know which order it came out, but Jay-Z album 444 came out. Nipsey's Victory Lap came out.
Okay.
And what really sparked our brain and just got our brain to working was the Dame Dash interview on Breakfast Club. We watched it, and we watched it separately. My brother watched it, I watched it, and we came back like, you seen the interview? I was like, yeah, I watched it. He's like, what you think about it? It's time.
Listen,
it's time,
when
man.
you know, you know.
Mm-hmm.
When you know, you know. And it's funny because on our last interview, remember what I said about y'all? You remember?
Oh, yeah, about the Nipsey.
Yeah. See, come on, Fahim. Listen, I said specifically when I interviewed these guys on 520 Radio, y'all remind me of Nipsey and his brother. And I really feel like that has been like a spark for you? Not saying that ever since then you just kind of took off or anything like that, but no, I can see it. I can see it going different places. So now here we are 6 years in the game. How's that been going for you guys so far? Now we can talk about some challenges that you have been facing. I know you guys have been like really successful, but what challenges have you faced getting up to this point?
I would say the first challenge was to really just quit, because like Neil said, our employers we was loyal to. I know definitely with mine, I was basically raised by my employer. Like it was on a personal level.
Okay.
God
That's different.
And all that kind of stuff. So it was different. So me having to come from up under him. I mean, it really it hurt my soul. Like it was
really?
it was more.
Did you feel like you was maybe being a little disrespectful?
Me?
Yeah, to him, or like having to just leave,
and
or
that's what I still battle with to this day. Far as just like, was I not listening no more? Did it just come to a point where it was just time for me to be my own man?
Yeah,
and stand on my own.
That's tough.
It was tough. It was tough.
Know, I said in the interview earlier today. Let me just say, 'cause I'm sitting in the room with 3 black men right now. Shout out to Dexter.
Shout out Dexter. Yeah.
I know. Shout out to Dexter. He's doing visuals for me today. God knows I appreciate that so much, because I didn't see the text when he said he was coming. But I'm sitting in the room with 3 black men today, and let me just say to you 3, I love y'all. Not on a, but I love y'all because I don't know what life is like for you. We are living in some very trying times right now, and I'm sure as black men, it's a struggle every day. Going back and forth to your destinations and making it home, that's not to be taken for granted. So love you guys. I appreciate, everything that you do. But I can understand where you're coming from, like being at that point where you're like, am I grown to really do what I want to do and not seem disrespectful? So I can understand where that could be a struggle. But did you really feel like it was time, or you was just like, I'm sick of this shit?
Well, I used to come home and vent to Neil. I got so frustrated because I felt like I was being took for granted.
Yeah.
And that's what really, because I was basically sold a lot of dreams, a lot of things.
Yeah, they gonna tell you what they want to tell you, get you in the door, baby.
And when it got to that point where it was time for them to deliver, that's when it was like,
never happens.
No,
never happens. It's kind of disappointing too.
Oh, it hurt my soul.
Because when you're working for a company and you giving them the best you done went and educated yourself, got some higher learning. Yeah, they gave you a little extra boost on the salary, but they do promise you things to get you in the door. But sometimes that's just to get a body in the building, and that is very disappointing because you kept up your end of the bargain. Absolutely. You did everything that you wanted to do or what was required of you, and then they don't hold up their end of the bargain. It's like, bitch, like it make you want to be like, nigga, what the fuck? So I feel you where you're coming from. What was the inspiration behind the brand though? Because Georgia's
Green lawn.
Listen, y'all know
a lot of G's.
It is. I get tongue tied easy. Why y'all do that to me? Georgia's Green Lawn Care is like household name now. Where did the inspiration behind the brand come from?
Well,
because now you done stepped out on faith. You done started the business, but where was the true? Because just because we starting businesses don't mean that you value the brand. I see differently with you guys. Y'all have a brand that you value. I remember Neil saying, "Oh, this is just not gonna be Augusta. We trying to take this Savannah, Aiken, wherever." So, what's the inspiration behind the brand?
I think like you said, that where it came from, just as far as like not wanting to just stay in Augusta. So, but we love Georgia. So we wanted to basically show our appreciation for Georgia and just have this company in most of the majority big cities in Georgia. Okay. As far as Atlanta, Savannah, Macon, I think near say Athens.
Mm-hmm. Have y'all started expanding?
Well, we supposed to went to Atlanta, but we still haven't got there yet because Augusta won't let us go.
Well, listen, you got to put some more bodies. You got to get some more folks on the team. You got look. Like I told my dad the other day, you got to buy a few more trucks, put a few more people out there, and just
That's a challenge.
coach and develop your people and get them, where they don't need you when they're doing things, and you can kind of expand a little bit more and take your business to the next level. He looked at me. He was like, he calls me Booby. He said, Booby, you know what you talk about? I was like, I'm studying human resource management. What are you talking about? So I definitely get that piece. So Atlanta's next. When you get to Atlanta, then what? Because Atlanta just ain't Atlanta. Atlanta is McDonough, Norcross, Kennesaw.
We was going to hit the outskirts. We weren't going to necessarily be in DeKalb and all. We don't want to be in the city.
Yeah.
Because we got a friend up there now. He got his own company, and that's where he kind of based all his clientele around the outskirts of Atlanta.
Does that seem successful for him?
Yeah, he says it's successful.
Okay. Yeah. Sound good. So after Atlanta, then what?
The world.
Oh yeah,
it's the world.
When are you thinking about expanding outside of just the Georgia area? Because North Augusta, Aiken, right there. I know y'all already have clients over there. Okay.
Yeah, I think we man, to answer that question, it's already in the works.
Okay.
And you got to understand that from like 6 years ago, we were already where we're at now. We were already working the plan 6 years ago.
Okay.
So we said when we gonna leave up out of Georgia, it's already in motion. It's just gonna happen. We had we call it the what do we call it when we have these certain booms in our career where it's like we go to another level, another plateau, and it's been happening like every year.
You hit certain milestones
every year,
and you're like, okay, what's next? How do I level up a little bit more? I got to get reach a higher level the very next time. So definitely, shouts out to you guys for those milestones because I know it's coming. So. How does that work now with what you're doing around the CSRA? I know it's the two of you. Do you got a 3-man crew, a 4-man crew? How does that work right now?
Well, we're in the process now of like actually hiring. We're gonna have 3 trucks on the road.
Okay.
So we in the process.
Come on now, 3 trucks.
Yeah, we pretty much got all the equipment, everything set up. We just building that system because we watched that McDonald's movie that time, and we seen that. It wasn't about necessarily the quality.
Tell me about the movie. I ain't never heard of it.
It's about the what it called? What's it called? McDowell, McDonald.
Yeah, I know it's the story of creating McDonald's though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
And so
I have to put that in. Is it on Netflix?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is on Netflix. Yeah.
Now I'm not a TV person, but when I hear stuff that might be good and it ain't bullshit, then I might want to watch it. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's good. But they basically just laid out and created a system that anybody can thrive in. Like,
okay.
You ain't got to have no college education.
Okay.
They just got a cut and dry system. So that's what we're in the process of doing now. So when we in Atlanta or Neal and Macon, just go by this system.
Okay.
All you got to do is do 1, 2, 3, and you got it.
Are y'all always together?
No, not all the time.
Not all the time?
Weekends.
Just on the weekends?
Not on the weekends.
Not on the weekends.
Yes,
but y'all, because y'all do together Monday through Friday.
Yeah, Monday through Friday.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I want to get personal.
Okay.
All right. You know how that go. This could either go left or right. So business is business. Business is actually doing really good. I'm proud of you guys. So now over to the personal, because sometimes business can take over personal. Sometimes you're so busy with business you don't have a personal life. Neal, what's your personal life looking like? You dating?
Look.
Yes.
I think that's the question everybody
yes.
We talk about it all the time.
Are you? Look, wait. Hold on. I'm learning my buttons on my mixer, so hold on. Let me see. Yes. All right. So
look, I'm waiting on this.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm so focused on business right now. I'm the type of person I tell Fahim all the time. I fall all the way in. Like when it comes to a woman, I fall all the way in. And
yeah, ladies, hold on, wait. But are you single?
When it comes, I'm focused. I'm focused on business right now.
Crickets.
Neal is giving me crickets all day. This is what I'm getting from Neal right now.
You blushing too.
So I'm just going to use my context clues, like I used to tell my students. I'm gonna just say, ladies, Neal sound like he's single. Nah, I ain't gonna just throw it out there in the water, but sound like he might be single. Thumbs up, thumbs down. No,
just focus on business right now.
But if the right person comes along, are you gonna snap at it? Fahim, don't laugh.
It's gonna take a lot because I'm so focused on business right now because if you're in business and you understand it's this meme I always bring up. I think I brought it up on y'all interview. It's this meme on Facebook when the guy was just hitting this dirt and the diamonds was right here.
Oh yeah.
And one of the guys gave up and the other dude like it was right there and I feel like I'm
You feel like you're right there?
I'm right there and it's like if you know where we came from, I'm so close to getting. I don't want no
you don't want no distractions.
Yeah, Fahim got this thing. When we start the year off, we make an outline of how we want our year to go. We have a thing called. You said we can curse on here, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's this thing called "fuck the noise."
Oh shit! Now
it says "fuck the noise," and what that means is all these goals have to be completed before 2020 is over with. We have to complete each goal on here. So anything in between that's going to distract us from reaching these goals, we can't worry about it. You got to say fuck this, fuck that, fuck all of that, fuck the noise. And that's why even when in relationships, you got to understand in order to get a certain type of success, sometimes something has to be sacrificed.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
There's
Something may have to be sacrificed. And I think with relationships right now, there may be something I have to sacrifice right now in order to get over to where we trying to go in the business. Cause I get so lost when it comes to females. I get lost.
You seem a little passionate.
Yeah, I love
Am
it.
I getting that? I'm getting passionate vibes, ladies. Listen now. Listen, I like to sell my black single men that are single. I like to put them out there. Y'all ask me.
I only said I'm focused on business.
Listen, hop off in Neil's inbox now. Listen, ask Maine. Anytime Maine is on my show, I always be like, y'all know he's single. He a good man.
Is he single?
Yeah, I mean, so he say, I don't know. But I'm putting it out there that he's single. He's single. He a good dad. He take care of his kids. He got a job. He got all his teeth.
That's my guy.
All of that good stuff. So, Neil, now that I know you single now.
I'm focused on business. I never said yay or nay.
Anytime if you fuck around and see a post and it's a repost and I'll be like, hey girls, get in his inbox.
That's funny.
I'm with the shits. Okay, well, that's understandable because women are so different. We can be career driven and we could be focused on our relationships. And I think that's just because we're nurturers by nature. We've learned to, take care of the household. We can kind of balance a little bit more. So hats off to you for being focused and not... I'm gonna get back to that. Okay. Fahim, where you at? You are engaged.
Yeah, I'm engaged.
Congratulations. Hold on, wait.
Yeah. Mo, you own it. Mo own it. Killing it.
Listen, it took a lot of practice to be on it like this. But no, congratulations. I actually saw your engagement on Facebook. How long have you and your fiance been together?
6 years as far as going together, but we've been knowing each other for 7.
Okay, nice. So when's the big day?
I'm focused on business.
Do not let her hear that, right? Listen,
we think about probably 2021, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, because I done made a lot of investments in the business, which she understands because I ain't gonna lie, she have come up with me.
Yeah.
So she know that this my baby.
Yeah.
And
she's your baby
she's
too.
She's my baby.
Okay.
So I'm working with really 3 babies.
Okay.
My daughter, her, and my business.
Okay.
So I'm learning how to balance it all. Like, so she's understandable.
Okay.
Yeah,
balancing relationships and business is hard. It's hard. And sometimes something is going to take a back seat. 100%. Do you ever feel like you're caught up in a mix where your family is taking a back seat to business sometimes? Because if Neil focused, I know you focus because that's how y'all work together and that's beautiful. But do you feel like sometimes your family take a backseat to that?
Both do, business and my family. That's why I say I've learned as I've grown as a man how to balance it. Like 1 year I might focus strictly on my family. We gonna take vacations. I'm gonna propose to you. I'm gonna give you another child. Different things like that.
Yeah. Okay. Come on, girls.
But the next year, all right.
Now that I've done all that shit,
you feel me?
Back to business. Okay.
And she understand because she know the end goal, so she know what we trying to accomplish as a family for the legacy and everything like that. So she understand it.
Okay. Was there a time where before you met your fiance, where you were dating and you just felt like the person or your interest in this person, they didn't understand where you were going with the business. Because sometimes in dating, and I'm gonna say this from my behalf, I do this podcast, right? This is my baby. I've been doing this for almost 3 years now, and every time I meet somebody and they be like, "Oh, what you do for fun? You go out?" No, I don't go out. I am writing. I'm a blogger. I'm doing this show. Like, this is what I'm doing most times. And so it's a couple of different responses that I get. I either get, "Oh, I want to be on your show." Or, "Oh, okay, well, that's good." They don't know what the hell a podcast is. They don't know what to say next and nothing else. Or I meet somebody that encourages me, motivates me, doesn't know a whole lot about it, but just, "Hey, what can I do for you? How can I support you?" Things like that. I know that's hard when you're dating and out here just kind of doing your thing, but was there ever a moment where you met somebody you was like, "No, she ain't for me because she just don't know business is business"? Because at the end of the day, business is business. This is how you eat. This is how you feed your family. So has there ever been a point in time where that happened?
No, because me and my fiance, we've been together since I started the business.
Oh,
So
gotcha.
That's what I mean by, like, we really have everything that came up together with each other. Like, even my daughter, she was what, 2 months, maybe 3 months
when you started business.
Well, no, because she five.
Well,
so
when you quit,
when I
your
quit.
job.
So, like, everything is like.
How scary was that, quitting your job and having a new baby?
Well, Neil tell me all the time, I'm a thrill seeker. I mean, I'm a risk taker. So I really don't even look at the end. Like, I don't look at the consequences.
Yeah.
I just do it.
Okay.
Neil get on me about that all the time.
Well, no, I mean, sometimes that's okay. You gotta have out of the two of you, you gotta have a balance. You gotta have somebody that's gonna be a risk taker and somebody a little bit more rational. So I get that. Cause listen, it's like me and my brother. I'm the oldest. We're 10 years apart. He's the risk taker. I'm a little bit more rational. But I'm my mama, and he's a little bit of my dad, but he's a risk taker. He willing to, let's do it, but he tight with a dollar. So I get it. I definitely get it in that aspect. Okay, so personal life seems pretty good. Business seems really good. What's the ultimate goal of the brand? I know going worldwide sounds good, but what is, if once you've reached all these areas and peaks and milestones, at the end of the day, what's the ultimate goal?
I want to change. I want to make a huge change in Augusta, and I think we're doing a great job of doing that. That's why we show our process on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. We want to show people like we actually came from nothing, and we actually made it out by doing the right things. Like our story, there's nowhere in our story where we sold drugs or we stole or we did anything like illegal to get where we're at. And I want to show people like you can do that.
Yeah.
Everybody don't have to have the NBA story or the NFL story or the I sold drugs till I got up out of this type of story. Like,
or I went to college and this is what I did.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They don't have to have that story. Like you can really grind it out, like work hard and I'm talking about make millions. Like our goal is millions, but just to help other people.
Yeah.
Augusta is changing. Like Augusta is changing.
It is.
Like so much, like especially coming from where we come from. Like a lot of the guys, I like when they look up to us because they don't want to do the things that we looked up to when we were younger.
Yeah.
They don't want to sell drugs. I want to own a business. Do you know how amazing that sounds coming from the
Listen,
hood?
because you know how many kids be like, "No, I want that car."
Exactly.
Or he got a lot of money. I wonder how he got it. Oh, he sells drugs. Oh, I mean, I could do that too. And that's where their mindset goes. But when they see young black men like yourself and like yourselves, and you ain't selling drugs. You got a nice car, but you ain't selling drugs. Y'all look like rappers, but y'all really not rappers. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely an amazing thing. How many times can you say that you got mistaken for somebody who sold drugs and be like, "Nah, that ain't what I do"?
I think they still say that.
Really?
Yeah.
They think y'all selling dope?
Yeah, they still think that.
Come on.
And think we the plug.
What's
Listen,
crazy?
you got the means to be able. No, I'm kidding.
Nah, that's real though. No, what's crazy though, we want them to think that just to prove like, no, we never touched it.
Yeah.
Just to be like, and they be shocked like, bro, y'all don't do nothing. Like my dad just passed in March or whatever. He even thought like, man, y'all dibble and dabble or something. Ain't no way. Y'all,
this ain't just all legit.
Yeah, y'all ain't doing it. Like I'm like, yeah, we are. We work hard. Like we work 14, 16 hours some days.
Yeah.
Like when you grind it out like that, it's only right. It's gonna flourish.
Yeah.
It's only right.
Listen, my dad does the same thing. Like I said, he's had his business for a long time. be gone all day.
Yeah.
South Carolina, Aiken, Grovetown, Evans, Augusta. Now he's trying to expand the business a little bit and do more home improvement. I could show y'all when we get done, but he gutted my whole bathroom. I didn't want a tub anymore. Gutted my whole bathroom, tiled it, floors, everything. Did a great job. So he's taking it to the next level. Absolutely. I don't think he thought that just cutting grass was going to be the ultimate goal, but when he started learning how to do more things, it was just like, okay, we can flip this. We can do this over here. We can cut the grass over here, and we can do some home improvement, put some fences up, get you a irrigation system in your front yard. You know, it's a lot of different things you can kind of dip and dabble in. So I definitely agree that that would be the ultimate goal, to just kind of take it to the next level. Are you ever in a situation where you're stuck and you're just like, damn, what's next? Or how do we overcome? Because, I mean, every month or every week is not going to be a great week. You know what I'm saying? You might make 4, 5, 6,000 this month. You make like 2,000, maybe a 1,500 this month. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that those are your numbers, but I know for my dad, when the winter months come, it's slow. So what do you guys do to kind of just keep the balance during those times? Because, I mean, grass ain't growing in the fall too much. You ain't cutting too much grass. What other options or what other products and services are you offering to your customers?
Plumbing.
So you still good with plumbing?
Fine with it.
Okay.
And that's what I'm gonna keep.
Listen, I'm gonna keep that in mind. I got some questions too when we finish.
Now, that's what I'm gonna tell you, Ms. Mo. Like, man, if I ain't say this all the time, like finances, and this ain't even like bragging. I really want to explain, when you work hard, finances is not even a problem no more. So as far as when you say have a bad week,
ain't no bad weeks.
We don't even have bad weeks no more, because we've hustled so much, and we do. He said, "Yeah, knock on wood."
Listen, no, that ain't no knock on wood. That is like, you. Sometimes you got to just praise God, because you know when you don't have to worry about. Let me tell you, I'm glad you said that. This year has been a year that I have not had to worry about finances.
Real.
No, I don't care about COVID. I don't care about nothing else that's going. They could burn every Target and Walmart around here. My bank account is still straight, and this is the first time in a long time that I've been able to balance my finances and keep myself in a position where I didn't have to worry. I can take care of things. I needed my teeth fixed and all this other kind of stuff, and I could do it, and it was still no problem. So I feel you that.
We had this guy named Patrick Hawkins for Patrick's Barbershop on Peach Orchard Road.
Okay.
And he changed our mindset on stuff, because we come from a guy, we used to look up to this millionaire. He used to always downplay his wealth. He used to always say, "Oh man, I ain't got it," or "Man, you know, I ain't got it like that." And we knew he was straight.
Oh yeah.
He used to always downplay it. And Mr. Pat told us, like, cause we went to Mr. Pat like, you know, we ain't got it. Mr. Pat said, "No, I'm straight. Like, I don't have no problems." And when he told us that, and when he explained it to us, like, stop downplaying your wealth for trying to satisfy somebody else. Like, we straight.
Listen, I will never downplay what the fuck I got going on to appease a motherfucker who ain't got what I got. I can help you get to where I'm trying to go. Well, you don't have to downplay that shit. I mean, if you ain't there, cool, we can get you there. Yeah. You know, but that was
a huge lesson, because a lot of people that we grew up with and things like that, they still kind of stuck where they are. You know what I'm saying? So for me to say that, we never wanted to come off as bragging. And that was when you say like different things we had to struggle with success. It's sometimes you got to just allow yourself to be successful. Okay, that's a struggle within itself.
Is it
like
bad to put a hat on the table.
It's the bed. I thought.
It's the bed.
Yeah, you can put it on the table.
Okay.
Is it? I don't know.
My bad.
I thought it was the bed.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
We're gonna roll with that.
Got a hat on the table. I'm sorry, y'all.
It's okay.
It's a struggle. It's a struggle to allow yourself to be successful. A lot of times you don't want to buy that Audi, or you don't want to buy that new truck. Just what would people think about me? Do they think I'm better than them and things like that? But you work. Like, we really work.
You want to see the fruits of your labor. Listen, my daughter is 16. She just started a job, and we have been struggling to just kind of. I'm a hustler by nature. You know, I was a single mom. I didn't have a lot of help from my daughter's father, so I got out here in the mud. I worked 2 jobs for like the majority of her life because I want where I am now, how comfortable I am now. This is what I need. I need to be more in tune with what she has going on. I need to be available. I hustle all the times where, you know, it really, I could be gone for a few days or I could be gone for a few hours and she wouldn't necessarily notice it. Now that she's old enough and attentive, she can notice it now, but I'm straight. So I said all that to say, you know, it's a sacrifice. It's a sacrifice. You sacrifice a lot of things and you just want to be able to show your children you ain't always got to just kind of like, I don't know, like I'm struggling with her because she want to quit. This is the problem. She ain't worked the damn job a month yet and she want to quit. And I'm like, well, girl, you gonna let these people stop you from getting your bag? I don't get it. Listen, I told her, I said, you got the best schedule. You work mornings.
Oh yeah.
You getting paid $8-9 an hour. You 16 years old. I was getting paid $15 at 16.
We would be paid
Like
no money.
$25 a week or something like that.
Listen, I was getting paid $5.15 an hour. I used to work at Kroger on Deans Bridge Road. Love that job. Love them $5.15. You know what I'm saying? But like I told her, you getting paid $8-9 an hour. You getting the best hours. Your managers and supervisors love you. Your work ethic is impeccable. They give you a great schedule because they like you. But you so concerned about the customers coming in the door that you want to quit. I said, let me tell you something, honey. I said, one thing about it, I give you $50. I give her $50 a month. I put it in her bank account. I put $100 in her savings. I said, that's $150. It's technically just $50 because you don't get a chance. I don't allow you to touch the savings. So I said, you, on the other hand, you start your new job. You getting 40 hours. You a part-time worker. You getting $40 hours a week. You getting $500-600 every 2 weeks. I said, that's $1,000 to $1,200 a month. You want the $50 I'm giving you every month, or you want the goddamn $1,200 every month? Come on now.
Simple math to me.
Listen, greater than, less than. We ain't got to do this. What side the alligator mouth go to? You already know this. This is what you've been told. I told her, listen, at the end of the day, don't never let a motherfucker stop you from getting a bag. Don't never let nobody deter you to the point where they allow you to get out of character, but they stop your money. I think that's key. And it's sad because this generation of kids, they don't know nothing about hustle.
Yeah.
They don't know nothing about hustle. It's funny because when my dad started his lawn care business, he always used to go back to Southside, pick up the boys, and be like, y'all come on work, you know, whatever. And they'll work with him, but they must didn't know Tony Lewis. Tony Lewis stay out there 12, 14, 16 hours. He leave at 6 a.m. He coming home 7:30. And so he just really instilled him and my mom. Like my mom worked 2-3 jobs and don't have to, but that's the hustle in her. She came from the Bronx. She always was just like in the mud and like got it. Well, like you said, downplay what the hell she got going on. I know that nigga got money. Trust me. I could call her right now and be like, I need 500. What you got on it? She be like, all right, I'm gonna send you the whole thing. All right, girl, cool. But we just come from a long line of hustlers, and I think where we are right now as people and being in our age range, we are really just out here trying to get everything they say we couldn't have. Yeah. And that's the goal. And I'm just really just trying to teach her that. So y'all keep me lifted in prayer. Gotcha. Because it's a struggle. But no, I'm glad to hear that. So what is any advice do you have for small business owners? Because there are a lot of listen, COVID has brought out some businesses. I done seen.
That's real.
Baby, let me tell you, I seen one girl, shout out to Derica. She has a sex toy line.
Dang, I ain't seen that one.
It's called Touch Me. It's on Facebook. Check it out. Listen. But she was in a position where she was hustling. It still wasn't enough, you know, and she kept saying, I want to do something, but I want to do something that brings out my personality. And she sells sex toys and it is booming. Business is booming already. And it's just like, I've seen so many businesses launch during the last 2-3 months, and I'm proud of my people. Absolutely. I'm definitely proud of my people. So I always say, hey, keep doing what you're doing. I haven't really found my passion yet. This is my passion, but I haven't found anything creative. Like I bought this little $400 machine over here. I'm trying to make t-shirts. Y'all bear with me. Once I get it right, then we're gonna be good. But what advice do you guys have for small business owners right now?
Don't quit.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody that come up to me, they man, what's the key? What's the key? And I listen to Nipsey a lot. They had he asked Nipsey like how he get his first million or whatever.
Yeah.
Don't quit.
Yeah.
I have so many people coming up to me and they want to sit down with me and give advice, and I don't want people to think I'm being an a-hole. I tell them don't quit or whatever, and after they quit, they want to keep calling me after they done had these little moments. They go 3 months and be like, okay, I'm ready to start back again. I said that's not how it works.
Yeah, you got to be
keep
consistent.
Going. You got to take losses. You have to fail. You have to get stolen from. You got to beat yourself up. You're mental. You forgetful. You might crash one day. You might cry later at night.
Yeah.
You have to keep going. That's my biggest thing. If you're going to do it, you got to do it.
Yeah.
Every day.
Don't bullshit yourself.
Nah, don't play.
Fahim, what advice do you have?
Same thing. Just you can't quit. I mean, we done been through so many challenges that. Well,
Listen, I feel like you're having a flashback.
Oh yeah, 'cause, I mean, like Neil said, every year we faced a challenge where it was almost like, dang, like this ain't it.
Yeah.
But we just kept going forward, and we'll just basically just pray, coach ourselves. We'll be coaching each other in the truck, and just be like, man, we just got to keep going.
Yeah,
just keep going. It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. So that's the only advice, and I know it's like it sound
very cliche.
Yeah, it sounds cliche.
Yeah.
It's real though.
It's real.
Especially when you experience it, man. You got to take a lot of losses, like. And I think what we've learned the most is like how to take losses. Like we used to cry and be mad for 2-3 days when somebody done stole something from us, or we'll all our equipment break down at one time. We be just upset and depressed.
2 trucks down.
Now anything can happen like that, and we just all right, and we keep going. We don't even worry about it.
Yeah, we'll worry about that later.
Yep.
Let me say, it's funny because I have my little circle of friends, and it's mainly a bunch of girls. And this year, I just knew 2020 was gonna be straight.
Man, me too.
Listen, I had high fucking hopes.
We had 2020 vision on the
yes,
board.
come on. I had the highest hopes for motherfucking 2020. This bitch done disappointed me so goddamn bad. But one thing that I've always told my friends when we started the year off, I was like, in 2020, we ain't taking no L's. We turning all our L's into lessons. What lesson did you learn? And I've had a few like bumpy little relationships, and I've had like a few little friendships that took a little rift, but no L's. No L's, because I've met a guy now that, oh my fucking God, like way better than the nigga I was crying about 4 months ago, just like, so it wasn't an L there. It was a lesson, and I'm gonna take that lesson. I'm gonna be like, you know what? And I did. It had me down for a little bit, but I took that lesson, and now I'm so much better in this current, relationship. And I mean, it ain't nothing big, we still dating. But it's still a milestone for me, because I could still be crying. Yeah, sure. I could still be depressed. I could still be down and out, but I took it. I was like, you know what? No, this ain't it. Cool. What did I learn from that? How can I take what I learned and build from that? How can that make me better? So definitely not taking no L's in 2020. I don't give a fuck if COVID do a whole U-turn in this bitch. No L's. We just gonna keep the bitch moving. But let's talk about generational wealth. I've been trying to get my mom to really see generational wealth. What does generational wealth look like for you guys?
We started from scratch.
Okay.
To be honest with you. That's why when you told us, your situation,
yeah,
I lit up, because that's something I aspire for my family, especially my kids and stuff like that, to like be able to leave some tangible items.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I'm working so hard. Like, even if they don't take the business, like me and Neil already said, we want to still have them in a position where they still eat off the business.
Right.
So
it's funny because I never wanted to. My dad has had this business for a long time. I didn't give 2 shits about the lawn care business. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm allergic. So I've always felt like my only contribution was getting out there with them. But the older I have gotten, and doing what my degree is in now, human resource management, I'm like the brains behind everything now. You know what I'm saying? I done found this software, working on this app, showing my dad all this stuff, and he's just like, because let me tell you, y'all, my dad is old school. He got a little notepad that flip up, and he write all who he doing that day. And I be like, Dad, that's fucking terrible. Like, you have got to do better. But I have introduced him to this platform where I'm like, hey, so you got 2 trucks. Okay, you got 2 iPads. I'm just we putting in who we got going this week. We just pushing those people out to those iPads. When they get their iPad, they log in the morning. Okay, this is where they know they need to go. It's already on the invoice what's getting done. If anything extra need to get done, they can add that to the invoice from the iPad. Boom, that's it. They collect the money before they leave, or the person can pay the iPad when I email them the invoice. We done. He was like, you been thinking about this? I was like, I mean, the goal is to quit my damn full-time job. You know, we can really spin this and make it, you know, the best thing that ever happened to our family. So generational wealth is not just about, you know, oh, I had a car, I left your car. You know, it's about creating a legacy for your family to carry on even beyond when you know, just dead and gone and that's it. But I definitely want to be able to do that. I never thought that I would be living in my grandparents' house. You know, I never thought when my grandmother passed, she would leave. When my grandmother passed, my paternal grandmother, she left me 1, 2, 3, 4. She left me and my dad 2 houses and 2 lots.
That's what I'm talking about.
Now out of all of them,
That's what I'm talking about.
Had some trials and tribulations with that, but we still got 2 lots, 1 house. And the funny part to that is one of the houses is in the area where AU is like kind of like building up. So I remember a long time ago, well, a few years back, I told my mom, I said, when AU come around the corner, we gonna sell. And she was like, okay, because she's over everything. And she was like, all right. So a few weeks ago, I called her. I said, what needs to be done to the house on downtown? And she was like, well, why? I said, hey, we need to fix the house up. I said, hey, you gonna come around the corner and want to buy it. They're gonna build all this shit around us. We can't have this house there looking like it does and not being able to maximize off the amount of rent we're able to get. What needs to be done to the house so I can know what I need to do to get the loan, to get it done. Boom, boom, boom. She was like, okay. Well, what you talking about? Generational wealth is what I'm talking about. I need to maximize off the amount of money I can get from this house. We got this house, it's sitting there, we got people in it, but we're not maximizing off the amount of money that we can get out of the house. We got an empty lot right next to it. I said, what I'm looking to do is I want to build a garage with a loft over the top. The lot next to the house we own, we bought the lot because the house next to it, the people didn't have nowhere to park. The people we were renting to. I said, so okay, what we can do is we can build a 2-car garage, put a loft over it. We get rent off both places, and the people next door got somewhere to park, and the people that stay in the loft got somewhere to park. So she was like, oh, so you want to build a house? I said, Ma, yeah, whatever, but just get me what I need and get back with me. She was like, okay, it sounds like you got a plan. I'm proud of you, but you know, she don't know about generational wealth because her mother never left her anything or never taught her that. So here I am at 38 trying to teach my mother about the things that I'm trying to do for my daughter, you know, or for my brother's kids when they come along. So I'm learning a lot. I'm really trying to, like, my dad old school, so I'm trying to take this business and help him get through it. But I think it's just like a great thing, and you guys are just really doing that. So where's the legacy? How do you turn a brand into a legacy?
Man, well, it's the things you do in it and outside of it. Like, I would have to compare it to LeBron James. He's an NBA player, but his name is synonymous with, like, Black Lives Matter or like he gonna speak out on social justice issues and things like that. Like, that's why we do the extracurricular that we do. That's why we go back to the hood. That's why we go talk to people. Like, somebody just asked us, can we go talk to the Boys and Girls Club? That's the legacy building, instilling it into his daughter why we do what we do. It's not just to make money and buy Jordans and things like that. It's to help someone else. It's giving money to the person that's on the corner, a homeless person or something like that. It's not looking down on other people. It's buying homes and buying land, buying real estate. It's investments and things
Absolutely.
like that. All of that is included with the legacy, and is getting your family right. Not just having yourself right, but getting your family right. And I wanted to touch on the key you said was just when we want our family to be a part of our legacy. It's not about just jumping on a lawnmower and being hot.
Right.
If you're allergic to grass, you can't get out there with us.
Oh God.
But you said something that's so important. You can help us in stuff that we got so much on our brain. Your dad got so much in his brain. He ain't even thinking about upgrading
He wasn't.
his schedule. We got too much going on.
He wasn't. But I'm gonna tell you the hard part about that though. Even though he wasn't thinking about it, and I came up with this great plan, and this is what we could do.
Switching over.
That's the hard part. He is terrified. Oh, we hadn't done it yet. We're still talking about it.
I gotta put it in motion.
No, we still talking about it. But it's hard because this is his baby. You know, this is something that he has, before we were even old enough to understand, this was his baby. So, we still in transition. Like, I kept telling him, I said, hey, you know, with the government, all this going on with the government, you should really try to get a small business loan. And he was like, you got to pay that back. Yeah, I know we got to pay that back. He was like, yeah, but we're not really going to try that right now. We're going to try something else. I said, no, listen. I said, if we really want to thrive in this business, we need you got 2 trucks that barely work. They work some days they don't. I said, scratch that. We need to really just go invest and get 2 new trucks, get some more new equipment, and get you 2 drivers. Every time my dad would get some workers, he always get a felon or somebody who can't drive. Listen, how are they an asset to you when you can't even let them drive the company vehicle? Like, it's just, I know he be trying to help everybody. I said, but it's time out for us helping everybody. We got to really make the business thrive. So y'all keep me in prayer. Because we still working on it. But no, definitely you want to leave a legacy that your kids can be proud of, your community can be proud of. People will talk about you for years on end when you leave a legacy that is just beyond words. You know, it's genuine in everything.
I want to ask you a question from the child's perspective, because like I said, Neil gonna have kids.
Yeah, because he's single.
Because he's
Focus on the business right now.
But even from my daughter's perspective, like, I just want to know the mind frame of that child to see her daddy working hard, to see he's created his own business. Why not? Why you wouldn't want to join that? Was you ashamed of it?
No, I didn't know. Like I just said, like Neil was saying, I thought the only way that I could contribute was to get out there and help him. I didn't know. I didn't learn until I went back to school and got working on my degree in human resource management, that there was more that I could do on the back end. I'm really good with math. I take a lot of accounting classes and stuff. So I keep trying to show him this is what I'm good at. And I think because he kind of thought, I have a sister and a brother, so it's 3 of us. I think he thought my brother would kind of just dive into it and just take it over. My brother was like, nope. I help you, but I ain't with that bullshit.
What is that though? Like, because I want to be able to really kind of, like, I ain't gonna say not force my daughter into it, but I want her to value.
So I think the best way is to let her know there are different avenues towards helping. You don't have to get out here and cut the grass with me.
Gotcha.
I can show you how to manage things. Like, even
go to school.
Even listen, she can help now. You can put these list of people in the computer, first name, last name, address, whatever. Those are things that you show them that, you know, this is my contribution to what my father is doing for us. But the key to that is also showing them this how we eat. This how we eat. This how the lights stay on. You know, them favorite shoes you got. You know, this baby doll that you just asked me for. Listen, if the grass need to be cut, this is where I'm at. You know, and I think a lot of times, like, and I want to talk about it, but I ain't gonna dabble into it too much. My dad was always gone on the weekends. Those was when he was working his full-time job, and this was his business. He was gone from 6 o'clock Saturday morning to 7, 8 o'clock Saturday night. He never did business on Sunday during church, but after church, he might be back out there cutting grass. So we didn't see him a lot on the weekends. When he worked at SRS, he would get off at 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. But sometimes during the summer months, he crank up that truck and they out there cutting grass till it get dark. So just my best advice to you is make time.
Okay.
I think my brother struggles with that he felt like my dad didn't have a lot of time. But as a woman, I felt like no, he didn't spend a lot of time with us, but he was trying to provide for us. So, but it's different because kids will think different. You never know how they feel about certain things. So my best advice is just, even like you said, I might take 1 year and we just, do family stuff. Do that. Keep that. One thing I can always pride my parents on is we always took family vacation. I don't care what my parents had going on. Every summer, they took us somewhere. The first time I ever been to Vegas, I was 18. And I couldn't do shit there. But it was fun. It was a whole lot of fun. We went to the M&M place, the Coca-Cola place. Just drop me off at the mall. That's all I asked for. But do those things, spend that time, and put in that work to show her. Just because you might not want to get your hands dirty or whatever, let me show you what you could do on the back end. It's a lot of back end work that you said goes into it. So it's definitely those little key pieces that you can say, hey, this is what you want to help daddy, and that's bonding time too. You want to help daddy, this is what you could do, or just like my brother used to go out with my dad when he was really little, but just lining stuff up like, okay, we'll write this down. Okay, this is what we did today. This is how many yards we did today. Just little stuff like that. That still brings the bonding time back in. I know that's difficult when you got a daughter because it's just like, she don't want to be out here. But wasn't she with you guys the other day? She was something I saw y'all was like in the mud or something.
She with me. She out cutting grass. She know how to drive the zero turn. Neil taught her how to drive.
Nice. Come on, Uncle Neil.
Really know how to
listen, when my dad first bought one of those, short story, I would never forget, I was younger. I might have been a little older than your daughter, but I was so excited. I was like, hey, I just want to cut the grass. Just let me go out there. And just knowing that it could just turn that way, y'all, I went out there and cut the whole backyard. My parents have a huge backyard. Cut the whole backyard. I was covered in grass. I'm severely, no exaggeration, severely allergic. By the time I got off the lawnmower, got in the house, my eyes were swollen shut. I was coughing, sneezing. My mama made me take a shower, and I literally was walking around like this for like 2 days. I had to take some Benadryl. But just being able to share that moment with my dad, I think he was more excited just to see me out there. Just listen, it wasn't no lines in it, no rhyme, no reason. And he don't care about the backyard. But let me tell you something, Tony crazy about that front yard. You better have them diagonal lines going across that yard. But he let me have my moment, and that was something that we shared. I'm a true daddy's girl at heart. So I always tell my dad, I want you to rest. Like, he retired. I really want you to enjoy the fruits of your labor, but he ain't gonna sit still. So we work in progress. We gonna figure it out. But thank you guys. This was refreshing. I really, really enjoyed this. I think what you guys are doing, I can't say this enough, it's amazing. Neil, so you single, we're gonna get you out there. I'm hosting speed dating. Listen, I'm hosting speed dating after COVID is over. I'm gonna be looking for you.
I'm focused on the business right now. Like, real focused.
That's all right. Fahim wedding 2021.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, look, it's documented now. We're gonna definitely hold
yes.
to it.
Listen, I'm gonna send her the link. I'm gonna be like, hey girl, 2021. He said it's on and popping. But thank you guys so much for being a part of Conversations with Mo. Everything is worth a conversation. So I appreciate you guys sitting down at the table whenever y'all got something new. Oh, before we dip out, what's going on the couch with the Blair Brothers? I like it. When y'all gonna bring that back?
I ain't gonna lie, we getting so much. We got so much going on.
Your plate full,
and it's a blessing. It's a blessing, but it's hard to kind of, just like you said, we don't have a crew, so it's hard to step away from it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. That's the only reason. Cause we read it. We've been talking about it like
really
every day. Cause it's like y'all every podcast is like it's hitting because of the COVID. So you probably got more viewership and everything right now. Bro.
Yeah, the numbers are right.
For real? It should be more.
Well, because so check this out. We had a conversation, me and Rashonda from Big Girl Big Talk podcast. We talked about this. People are more routine. If you wake up every day and you listen to the podcast on the train, you listening to it on your way to work. It's different if you waking up and working from home every day, because you're not going to do the same routine stuff that you normally do. So the numbers are there, but they're not where they are when things are normal. Because I know a lot of people like, oh, I listen to you in the gym, I listen to you on my way to work, you know. But when you're not going to the gym and you're not going to work every day, you like, okay, well, let me get my coffee, let me get my computer, I'm on the sofa. You know what I'm saying? So the numbers are there, but it's just, you know, I'm ready for things to kind of get back to normal, because we do other things like speed dating, and that really brings the city out, and, you know, people start, oh, okay, well, she do speed dating and she do the podcast. They kind of link the two. So I'm just ready for shit to get back to where the fuck it was.
I ain't gonna lie, Miss Mo. I like it like this. Like,
do you?
Yes, goodness. I love it.
Why?
I love it. Like, I mean, when this first started, like, traffic was like, it was no traffic.
Oh yeah,
and we still can get our money, and like our money was still coming in, but it was nobody like in the way. Like, it was peaceful. I love peace.
Listen, it's funny that you said that, because I'm an introvert at heart. Yeah. A lot of people don't know that. People think I'm just this rah person, but I'm an introvert at heart. So when COVID started, I was like, shit, we get to chill at the house.
I'm telling you.
Listen, I would grab this little laptop, baby. I get in that bed.
I'm good.
I won't move all day. Yep. I watch TV and everything, get my coffee, come back to my room, get in my bed, and I am happy as a pig in slop. Like, ready. But my friends, they be like, no, I'm ready to get out, I'm ready to go. I'm like, no, this was a good time to just like relax, realign, you know, just kind of get your mental together. But then I can understand for some, it's just not those extroverts who are just like used to being around people, out, go. My homegirl was losing her shit. She was just like, I got to do something. I got to go somewhere. I got to, well, you want to go to Savannah Rapids? I was like, hell no, girl. I just want to lay in the bed. Chill. But she getting better. I think she kind of made it through the first little wave. I just hope it's not a second wave. But anywho, well, we're going to get on up out of here. Thank you guys so much. If it's anything that I ever can do for you guys, don't hesitate. Hit my line. Let me know. Hopefully we'll hear some On the Couch with the Blair Brothers 2021? 2020?
I've been trying to get
Neil, tighten up.
Man, because the people ready.
Okay. All right.
Interview.
Yeah, listen, you got the content, you got the creativity, you got it, do it. If you need something from me, let me know. I'm with it. All right, we're gonna go and get up out of here. Don't forget to make sure to tune in. Let the people know if they need your services, what they can do, where they can follow you, where they can find your numbers, all that stuff.
Yeah, you can follow us on Facebook, Georgia's Green Lawn Care, Instagram, Georgia's Green Lawn Care, Snapchat, Georgia's Green Lawn Care. Our business line is 706-312-9477. My Facebook is Neil Blair, NEALBLAIR. My Instagram is Real Neil Blair. My Snapchat is Real Neil Blair.
Okay. Now, when if they want to make appointments and stuff like that, can they text that number? Okay, so yes, they can text that number.
And I seen a lot of like business owners. They was like tripping at people calling them or don't hit me on my personal page. Don't hit me. I don't know what they was talking about. You can hit me on my personal. I made money through Snapchat,
if you want it, let's get
Instagram,
it.
Text message.
We not turning down the bag. None 2020. I don't give a damn what page. You can hit Conversations with Mo Road, the best one ever.
That's
whichever
real.
One. Let's get it. All right. What, Fahim, where can they find you at?
Facebook.
Okay.
You got an Instagram too. Fahim Blair on Instagram.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Instagram yet.
Y'all. They are the cutest. I just love them so much. Anyway, make sure you follow Georgia's Green Lawn Care on Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram. If you need your yard done, contact these black men. Give the black businesses some money. They trying to get the bag just like everybody else. But thank you guys again. This has been an extremely, extremely wonderful interview. I appreciate you guys. But we're going to go on and get up out of here. Shout out to Dexter on the camera.
Shout out to Dexter.
Yes, listen, Dexter came in the clutch. And I needed that. That's why we got to support each other.
Absolutely.
So I appreciate that. We're going to get on up out of here. Y'all have a good night.
Appreciate it, Ms. Mo.
Conversations with Mo is available on iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Google Music Play. Please like, rate, and subscribe.